Just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, we're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday Night Primetime. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. On play action, Shedeur. Oh, and they come after him right away. Definitely goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down,
oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense. Jamar Turner in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense here an early 3rd and long. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll be taken. Down all the way up past the 45.
A gain of 26 yards.
A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pacheco. And And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Down. Panther 6, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
From the gun, it's Shedeur. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
COVID-19. Ready, right?
He'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 36 yards.
Gain of 36 yards. And the Chargers first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out to Brown. There's no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw.
19-yard line.
Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Chase Brown. Touchdown Chargers.
For the extra point.
Touchdown number 9 for the year. No problem there on the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line.
And they're on 21-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Buffalo 18. Ready? 19. Cowboy 80. Trap 60.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Panther 6, 19, 18.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He finds a seam, a good run. Up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that's a first down. It'll be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. Ready.
Sanders, little pop pass here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Vegas.
Raiders, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This ain't what you want.
18, Pioneer. 7, Panther 11.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
You would not buy to the food. Like Tupac. I see a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give it side eye.
70 Ranger. Cup 19. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Moving outside the pocket, escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Sanders to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Russ Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this.
Buffalo 18. Ready? Dragon 60. Hawk 70. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's got it into space. And he will take this one in. 83 yards. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
Now the extra point.
The kicker on for the after.
He knocks it through. Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
19.
Now Shador. Down the field. He's got Duvernay. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 36 yards.
10 at the 42-yard line.
My actions been louder than my
Hold it
words.
ready.
I ain't so.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Sanders. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Warriors 17. Go. Motion. Viking. Switch.
Sanders will throw it. Forced to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Come on. 7 Pirates. 7 Cougar 19. Ready.
Sanders going to throw again. Duvernay with the drive. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Trap 50. Trap 50.
Again, it's Sanders. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 21-7 lead.
21. Raiders 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Please, let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, waking way down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Toss the rhymes, always in line, the street news. Don't be confused. 7 by 17s and enjoy my whole crew. I know you really wanna know who's coming.
Get it. Ready.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. That is Odafe Oweh getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
On the jump.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Sanders. That's a short one. Caught by Dallas. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going on fourth down. Sanders. Open man. That's Duvernay. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on fourth and long.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Also, brings up second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
19 Lions.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. From the gun, it's Shador. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 10.
Viking 18.
Brings up third and 2.
To throw is Sanders. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Hey, movement.
Now it's Sanders. We'll get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Talk to me. What you got?
Throwing again is Sanders. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
That is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, a huge mistake right in the half. It is intercepted.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
That's caught by Bowers. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, it's Sanders. That's caught. It's Isaiah Pacheco. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
Raider first down. First and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10.
To throw again is Sanders. Over the middle, that's the tight end Bowers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Now here's the timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And he's in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
You know, we spend so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
At the 33-yard line.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Stack. Traffic. Bronco 80.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. Throw on the run is complete. They get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the Chargers' 28-yard
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Vegas.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he will score! Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Here's Brown. And And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Check, Matt. Check, 7 Pirates, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete.
It's a gain of 20.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Los
Back
Angeles.
to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It moves to second and 10.
Come on.
On the ground, it's Brown. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9.
A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
Panther 11.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a third interception and kind of just throws this one away.
Hey, Crash. Mustang 19. 18, Rodley. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
19 Lions. 60. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Moving to his right. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Back to the air again on second and 10. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. 13 yards on that pass play, and the Chargers have the first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Got ready. 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hurt.
The motion man here is Mitchell.
Panther 80. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one is complete to Hartman. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Ready, break. Look at that. 19 Lions. Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
Tight end going in motion here.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Thrown quickly on the RPO to Ballard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
This brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
They're going on fourth down. Sanders. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. They pick up 27 and convert on fourth down.
Raider, first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Second and 10.
Warrior 70, Cowboy 80.
Sanders going to throw again. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. He works free, right side. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
Ready?
A handoff to Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shador. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. Here's second and 6.
A gain of 4.
Throwing again is Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Escaping the pressure right. That one caught. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders go up by 7. 28-21.
Raiders 28. Chargers 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Make it 11. And quick to pick up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he gets back to Hardman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Here's 1st and 10.
Gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
He'll look to throw. Got it open downfield on the crossing route.
2 more yards.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points. Mike, he got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 19 Charger, 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
They send the tight end in motion.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 50, trap, Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Brown. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Chargers 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
tight. 19, 13, 60, 60, Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And good running on the return. It'll help him out. Get the ball right around the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
77. Undercut. Let's Cowboy 80.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Sanders. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Okay, ready?
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go. Rattler 80. 60 back, 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Burton. 10 yards for number 10 on that one. And it's gain of 1st and 10.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. We're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Liking, 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That's caught. Left side by Bowers. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. Now trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Start. Pass to the left. Not 19. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And after that 1st down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
So this one, a win for the Raiders. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.